vibes all the way. And we want to thank you so much for helping us to spread positivity, subscribing to our channel, commenting, liking our videos, returning subscribers, we salute you, new subscribers, we salute you, and we thank you so much. We pray that the Lord in heaven blesses you, enlarges you, protects you, shields you, and is always there for you when you need him. Because I told you the other day, there is a song in my mother tongue language that is sung and said, those that give someone some water to drink, they will also receive the same measure, shaken and overflowing. So you who is watching us and helping us to spread love and positivity, you will have the same love and positive vibes given to you, measured and overflowing. So thank you so much, guys. I don't want to say so much because I want us to enter into the news for today. I want first to talk about one of the YouTubers. I'm not going to mention her name. And that is why we have started our video by dancing and singing. We are dancing out the negative energy. We are dancing out the hatred in our lives. We are dancing out those people that come to actually try to ruin our destiny, try to pull us down, try to stop us from our vision, try to stop us from the purpose of God concerning our lives. So we are dancing that energy off. Just like guys, some of these people that come to hate, they first dance. I don't know whether they dance the negative energy to increase, the negativity to increase, or to hate more. I don't know what they dance about. But as we have decided to dance out the negative energy and we welcome positive energy. So welcome back, guys. And today's video is a reaction video, by the way. A reaction video on what I have seen on the streets. Let me call them the streets, the way they are called. There is this YouTuber who is always putting very funny headings. And these headings, are they headings or what are they called? Titles. The video titles. She usually put, let me say she's a she, but I'm not going to mention her name. She usually put very alarming titles. Titles that are usually lies, but they are so decorated that they can pull a lot of crowd to go and listen to what they are being said. Like the other day, I saw the title of the video of her videos was that Dimwango drugs bestie. The other one was Marwa, I am Marwa, arrested for faking robbery. I don't think we have seen Marwa being arrested in Kenya for the robbery. I tell you, when you read some of the headings, you should wonder, what is in the mind of this woman? What is she thinking? Why does she have to exaggerate and decorate? Is it crowd chasing? And if it is crowd chasing, then it is so bad because you are crowd chasing by destroying other people's names, destroying other people's lives. Because, guys, let me tell you, however much we take it rightly, because we know she's crowd chasing, there is someone who takes that video very seriously. And the information put there, they take it as the gospel truth. They don't even care whether this person is talking lies or not. The other day he talked about David Jr. has beaten Congrats' dad. Do you know it is a norm in Africa for a son to beat the father? And then you put such a big heading. David Jr. beats Congrats' dad. I am Marwa arrested for faking robbery. Those titles, they are actually so alarming. They can call someone from very far away to go and watch. But I tell you, inside those titles are a lot of lies. And I heard one of these haters saying that they don't lie. Why should you say that Marwa was arrested for faking robbery? We all know that that robbery was not faked. And actually my video today is today's video is a reaction video on that case of Marwa and Sean Arwa's leaving Jamaica. So, according to these people, they have gone to the streets, like they always say, they go to the streets, and they have brought the information that Marwa faked the robbery together with Rocio. And I want to say, even if it is crowd chasing, even if it's looking for views, even if it's looking for subscribers, it is so bad to think that something so terrible, something so scaring, something so frightening happening to someone, you just come to the streets or rather to social media and tell us it was faked. We all saw, and if guys you have not seen that video, please go and watch Marwa and Rocio. We all saw this motorbike guy coming and snatching the handbag out of Rocio together with the sweater, and Rocio was so frightened, she started screaming and shouting. Marwa also started screaming and shouting, and he started running after this guy. But the guy was too fast. It was so swift. Within a second, everything had happened. And then you come here to tell us that it was fake. Have you ever been locked in Nairobi? Maybe you who is talking like that. Let me talk about everybody, because not all that those that are criticizing come from Nairobi, because actually some of the reactors are from far. Have you ever been locked? Because in the streets of Nairobi and even everywhere, not just Nairobi, I have ever gone to Kampala in Uganda and I had a very bad experience. I have gone to Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, and actually I live just near Nairobi. And I want to tell you, those cases are very many of motorbike coming to rob. Actually, another time, guys, I was coming out of my working place, and this guy who was in a motorbike had entered a chemist. The chemist belonged to a Somali guy. And he had actually robbed them at gunpoint. And they had given him the money. And as he was coming out, it is the time I was coming out of my working place and actually talking to a lady that I know just near the road. And this guy, together with the money and the Somali guy, was following him, and this guy had a pistol. But I think it was a toy gun, because he actually shoot at that Somali guy. But fortunately, it didn't hit him. And all of us, we had to sleep on the floor. So scary. And then you come to tell us here that Rocio faked the theft. We saw clearly when they entered the house, Marwa was so mad about what had happened. And he was actually telling Rocio, I told you how to pack those things. I told you how to arrange your belongings. I told you not to put the necessary documents on the handbag. Because on the streets of Nairobi, handbag is the target. And especially Rocio, who is being seen as a white woman. And some of the people in Nairobi, they think that white women or white people have money. And therefore, she was an easy target. One, because they knew she's new to the town. Two, they thought maybe she had a lot of money. And therefore, she was an easy target. And we saw Marwa saying that he had actually warned Rocio not to put the important documents in the handbag, because that handbag can disappear anytime. I have also experienced in a matatu in Nairobi as I was coming from work. There were some guys that were making a lot of noise, and I was wondering, why are these guys making a lot of noise? Let me tell you, they were actually concealing what they were doing. They were actually They were actually stealing from people. And therefore, they were making a lot of noise to create attention, people to concentrate on their noise while they were busy robbing. And actually, I came to realize even before I alighted from that matatu, we call them matatu. What are they called? The Nissans that do transportation in Nairobi. So before I arrived, I stepped out of that matatu. I told another lady that was next to me, these ones are thieves, because I came to realize this talking and this acting is not normal. So I came to realize that we are actually being robbed. And I told the lady that was next to me, these ones are thieves. And therefore, knowing that they are thieves, I just alighted, and we alighted together with the lady. But let me tell you, as much as I knew they were thieves, they robbed me, my phone. By the time we alighted the vehicle, this lady told me, you mean those were thieves? Let me confirm whether my bag is all right. By the time she was opening her bag, there was no phone, there was no purse that contained money. And I told her, let me take my phone and try to call for you any contact so that you can get help. By the time I was opening my bag also, the phone was not there. I cannot even explain how they robbed us, and yet I knew they are thieves. Nairobi is not somewhere to joke with. And not only Nairobi. I have given a case scenario in Kampala. I think all the towns, there are some people that are strategically there to actually rob others. And therefore, those that are saying that the robbing was actually planned and it was to target sijui who, you are very wrong. I also saw in one of the videos in comment section someone saying, and it is so suspicious, though I have no receipts, I'm not sure, I'm just saying, I don't know the truth of the matter because it's just a comment I read in one of the videos. One of the guys was saying, actually there were two guys that were saying, they were told by the guy who robbed Ayamarwa that he was sent by Nairobi Mosquito. I don't know who Nairobi Mosquito is. So, according to those two guys, it's like it was a planned robbery. And the plan was made by this mosquito, Nairobi Mosquito, whom I don't know who he is or who she is. And therefore, according to them, it is like it was an arranged robbery. And it can be very, very unfortunate. Because I think African, we are taking this hatred too far. We are taking these social media things too far. We are actually becoming too much. I don't know whether it is the case, but I'm saying if this is the case, then I think we are taking our hatred too far. We are taking our negative reaction too far. Because I don't understand why you should arrange for someone else to be robbed. The other day, guys, it was so scary for this lady from Nigeria. She's called Kora Abdi. Kora Abdi has been actually harassed a lot in social media. She's actually known in Facebook. She comes live often. And she has two children with an American. And then they got divorced. And this divorce brought about a lot of negative energy. Sorry. A lot of negative energy. I don't know what is happening. Sorry. A lot of negative energy and a lot of hatred. And it seems Kora Abdi, apart from being bullied in social media, someone decided to arrange for her, I don't want to call it whatever it is, but according to the source, actually Kora herself and the sister Nancy Ume, Kora was in an apartment in UK. I think she had gone to perform because she's a dancer stroke a singer. So she went to perform in UK. And when she went to perform, it's like where she was staying, someone waited for her around the stairs. And as she was climbing down the stairs, this person poured acid on her and actually wanted to knife her in the stomach. But Cora, I think she's a strong woman, because we could hear her screaming and calling Jesus, calling God. But fortunately, she was not harmed a lot, but the acid was poured on her face. I think straight acid. Because she cleaned it, she washed it, and she was taken to hospital. But I was saying, and she told us, together with the actuary Ume, Nancy Ume, clearly said in a video in Facebook that the people who tried to do this to Cora were actually East Africans. East African means it is either Kenya, Uganda, or Tanzania. And that is why I'm saying we are taking this hatred too far. We are taking this negativity too far. We are actually being so, I don't know, so senseless, so merciless. Because if you can actually harm your black fellow man just because of competition and jealousy, then I think that is taking things too far. So when I saw someone commenting that this robbery of Rocio was an arrangement, I was so scared. Because I cannot imagine someone can arrange robbery for another person. Have we allowed the devil to take control in our minds? Have we allowed bitterness to take toll of us? Have we allowed negativity to take toll of us? Do we have only to shoot videos that are talking negative about others? Do we have only to talk videos that destroy others' names and character? Do we have only to shoot videos that incite others against other people? Because sometimes maybe the person who is shooting the video doesn't have that bitterness or that negativity. She or he is just looking for content. But the person receiving the information, you don't know who they are. You don't know how far they can go. You don't know their minds, their thoughts. So please, even when we are reacting negatively, let us be considerate of people. Let us be considerate of the type of content we are giving people outside there. The type of information we are giving people outside there. Because it can really poison some minds to an extent of going too far. Which is very, very unfortunate. So, that has come out of Marwa. And I've said clearly, this robbery was not arranged. It is so clear. The way Marwa even reacted when they went back to their room, he was actually telling Rocio, I have told you several times not to put your important documents in the handbag, the one that you are carrying, because it's the target for the thieves. And I have also narrated, I've seen scenarios in Nairobi where these robbers come and they rob. So it's not something new in Nairobi, and it's not something new in the whole world. I'm sure you have a case scenario in wherever you stay, in wherever town you are in. So let us not try to paint how this was arranged, how it is a scamming scheme, how it is all that adjectives that we use. The other thing that I wanted to react about is Shonarwa and Dimwango. All of us saw Shonarwa going to visit Dimwango in their home in Nyambohanse. And we saw the kind of friendship that these two share. We saw how they could go to Shonarwa's relatives and they could shop for the relatives and they go to see Shonarwa's relatives. We also saw Shonarwa coming with the shopping to Dee's house. We saw Dee inviting Shonarwa to Jamaica. I am saying this because there are some people now insinuating, or rather trying to say, that Shonarwa was actually sidelined by Dimwango in Jamaica. Dimwango, in the first case, she's the one who invited Shonarwa to Jamaica. We saw her arranging where she's going to spend the night the first day she arrived, in Pegasus Hotel. And there was everything arranged, including supper. We saw her welcoming her in the airport, and they were so happy together. We saw them moving in the streets of Trench Town, dancing, entering the pushcarts, going round the Trench Town. Then someone comes and tries to tell us that there was a bad blood between Shonarwa and Dee. And they go ahead and say that Shonarwa actually cut her stay in Jamaica short because of the negativity shown by the Mwango. Let me ask you. One, Shonarwa is a mother to a young boy. Two, Shonarwa is a wife. However much she would have wanted to stay in Jamaica, she has to be sensitive to her child and she has to be sensitive to her marriage. She stated clearly that she had an emergency about her son back here in Kenya. And therefore she had to cut her stay in Jamaica short so that she can come and sort out about her son. Young children, they need a lot of attention. And thank God, Shonarwa had a sister whom he trusted to leave the baby with. It is not easy to be left a young child who is actually breastfeeding, and you expect Shonarwa to stay in Jamaica for a longer period. And therefore, stop talking about the Mwango, stop comparing them, telling us how beautiful Shonarwa is, how he compared to Dee. Why do you compare people? You yourself, first look at yourself. Do not look at the speck in other people's eyes, and while you have not removed the log in your own eyes. One thing, no one of us chose who to give birth to us. No one of us chose how to look like. No one of us chose the place to be born at. We just found ourselves being born in certain places, being born looking the way we are looking. We didn't dictate how to look. And therefore, when you interfere with the people's things that are beyond their control, you are going too far. God created us the way we are. We didn't dictate to him how to create us. We didn't have any influence, and we cannot. So this is beyond somebody's ability. And you cannot come and attack me by the way I look. And by the way, if you attack me, it's your business. Because I don't care what you say. I look the way I look, and I cannot change that. So what do you want me to do? The Mwango looks the way she looks, and she's beautiful. She's fearfully and wonderfully made. Why do you come and compare them with Shonarwa? Why are you bringing negativity between these two? Why are you bringing hatred between these two? Why are you creating war that is not there? And you tell us, by the way, this lady that dances, I don't want to mention her name. She was actually saying that the Mwango carried Sean's luggage to the airport as she was abusing her. We never had the Mwango abusing Sean. And then she goes ahead and says, when they went to Ochorio, the Mwango did not accompany Shonarwa to the waterfalls. One, Shonarwa said clearly she left Dee asleep. And she was actually saying, when I go back, I'm going to surprise Dee and Kino and Esther. I tell them what I have seen in the waterfalls. Sean was an independent woman. We could see her coming out of the house and going alone and shooting videos alone. Why do you want them to follow each other like goats? These two are content creators. And when they follow each other, they are going to create the same content. Who will watch? They have to go separate ways so that their contents can be slightly different. Why do you want them to follow each other? So it was so unfortunate for these people to come and insinuate negativity and hatred that was not there. They come and actually talk about Kino and a lot of nonsense about Kino, which is not good. Then they come and tell us that the Mwango is actually fading. I don't want even to say about those nonsense because they are not necessary. And actually, sometimes you wonder what is wrong with people. Why are you born with such a negative mind? Why are you born with such hatred? Why are you born with such bitterness? Why don't you change? Because sometimes bitterness can lead you to be a very bad person. Negativity always destroys you because you keep on thinking negative about others. Negativity, even when you see goodness, you turn it to negative things. So bad. So as I wind up, actually guys, because I've talked too much, as I wind up, I want to say, let us be good ambassadors of each other. Let us talk good about each other. Let us not spread hatred and negativity. The same people talked about Congrats Mom pretending to break her hand. We have seen Congrats Mom healing over the weeks. If it was actually what they were talking about, then she would have gotten tired of pretending. You cannot pretend for a whole month. So it is very unfortunate to actually take somebody's predicament and rejoice in it and exaggerate it and lie on it and try to poison people on it. The other thing that I saw these people talking about is about Miss Trudy. Miss Trudy had a very bad experience in the airport at Miami. She was to go back to Ghana and she was being told she didn't have a Ghanaian permit and therefore she was denied boarding the plane. And we saw her crying and her legs were paining, they were swollen. She had a very bad time. And then someone comes and talks so badly. Why are we so, oh my God. Why don't we have mercy on this young woman? She had her legs paining. She had been denied entering the plane. And you know how that feels. And then you come and add insult to injury. Talking all the negatives about her. Please let us be considerate about each other. Let us have love of each other. And because I know not all of us are brought the same way, in the same environment, in the same situation, let us try to be good to others. If you want people to be good to you, just be good to others. Just be considerate. Do not come hating on people, abusing, telling lies. And there are people that rejoice in destroying other people. There are people that rejoice in bullying others. There are people that rejoice in abusing others. I've ever experienced someone who was actually a church leader, and therefore, you know, in Kenya, pastors are very much respected. He was not a pastor, by the way, he was an elder. And that guy had come from our place at home, and he really tried to bully me a lot. And you know, these people bully you for nothing. You have done nothing to them. They know where you come from, and they attack you from the simple things they know about you, not negative things. Actually, he was actually attacking me because maybe he knew I have come from a poverty-stricken home, and he was so negative. So I have seen this. People can be very petty and very inconsiderate and attack you for something you have no control of. Because we have no control of who gave birth to us. We have no control of where we were born. Whether we are born in poverty-stricken homes, whether we were born by rich people or poor people, whether we were socialized well or not, we don't choose how to grow when we are young. And therefore you cannot come and accuse someone of the things that happened when that somebody was a child, or how they were born looking like. It is very inconsiderate, very selfish, and it's not called for. So let us try to create or to spread love. Let us spread positivity. Let us love one another. Let us be merciful and feel the pain of others instead of just rejoicing when people are in danger. rejoicing when people are crying, rejoicing when people are in pain. That is not right. And guys, I think I'll stop at that. And I say bye-bye. God bless. Continue subscribing in this channel. Continue sharing. And may the Lord bless you. Till next time.